Okay, let's begin lesson 10. Super sharpening systems, or my last name, sharpening systems, or just master sharpening techniques for tools and knives, etc. Last episode we finished up stone 1, which is a coarse stone, getting our primary facet. We decided 25 degrees on that. Just to reiterate before we go on, the importance of maintaining that facet. This is just a knife I'm doing. Is another one of my special order knives, making for someone by hand. We're going to use this as an example because it can kind of show you very clearly what that facet looks like, much bigger detail. It's a thicker piece of steel, metal. It's not tapered down by the machine like this one, so you can actually see a good exaggeration of what a facet is. This one just happens to be 25 degrees also. This one's 25 degrees. They're both 6mm thick knives, as you can tell. But the difference here is this M-Tech was already had the first bevel put in it, you know, on a big grinding machine and stuff. So I'm starting with the thickest edge so you can actually see here. Main thing, like I said, you want a consistent facet all the way down. Smooth, flat, level surface. In this case, 25 degrees, so you can hold a ruler to it and see it square all the way down. See it's flat and square all the way down. That's what we want for your starting facet. Notice on the top it's not sharp yet, but I'm almost down to where the two facets are touching. The other side, it's still really far off. You can see it's not even a consistent facet. It's really rough. It's probably about, I don't know, 35 degrees, 30 degrees. I've got to pull this one down to 20 later, but for now, just give you an example. Much more exaggerated view, bigger knife, so you can see what a good facet looks like all the way down. This is what you want to see in miniature on this knife right here, which is what we have. I can put a microscope out or a magnifying glass, but in time you'll just know by the feel of it, by the touch of your hand, what it is. This particular knife, 25 degrees on top. I'll do 20 later, and later on I can, you know, show some pictures of this when it's at 20 degrees so you can see kind of the difference. That's just a two-stage serration there, gut hook, line hook, bottle opener, etc. So it's not done yet, still got some more work on it, but main thing, that's what you want to see on your cutting edge of your knife. This is 25 degrees, so on our knife right here, we're ready to go to the next stone, the next biggest stone. First thing, we do have a burr on it. You can feel the burr if you roll your finger off the edge. I usually use a scratch awl sometimes. I can feel it catch right on the edge. That means we've got a burr. We've got a consistent burr all the way down. This side looks good on the back. This side looks good on the front, so we're ready for next stone. I'm just going to break out my Gatco kit here. Next biggest stone in this case, we started with coarse 120. We're going to go to medium, or coarse depending. It says medium hone right here, medium diamond. That's what I'm going to use next. The whole goal of this is to take all the scratches off. You can see here, to take all these scratches off from something really coarse like a file or a coarse diamond or a coarse stone. Move to the next smoother stone, which is this. In this case I went from a bastard mill file to a coarse diamond, so you can see just the difference in the texture of these two. And we're going to do that same step here from going that 120 coarse stone up to a medium diamond. So this will start looking pretty shiny pretty soon as we clear that off. Reiterate again, always have your oil ready, 2-inch bead or so on there. Make sure that's covering your whole stone. Rub the rest off your fingertip onto the knife, so you start with a wet blade. Make sure your pole is the right length. I'm a little bit short. I'll pull this pole out some, just make sure I don't slip off of there. Pole's wet. We're ready to begin. I'm just going to do one pass on each side to start with, so you can kind of see the sound is much different. We're using a smoother stone now. Just listen to the tempo and the speed and the grate of this. Okay, we did one pass on this side. I can feel the burr is already down now, so we know we're at the right 25 degree facet. It's kicked the burr down. We're going to knock the burr off when we go this side and smooth down that texture on the top of it. Just smooth, consistent strokes, a V pattern. You go up and over just a little bit, up and over just a little bit as you work your way down. We're taking off the harsh scratches from the previous stock, the previous stone. taking those heavy scratches out and putting finer and finer scratches into the metal to smooth out that surface. All the way back. Okay, we just finished one pass each side with the next stone, which was medium diamond. Assess the progress, just wipe off your blade. See, it's already looking more shiny now, looking a little more clean, starting to look pretty mean. I can already feel it wants to cut into my skin, but we've got a long way to go till we get to the good stage. It's got the burr up. The other side looks pretty good for now, so we can continue. You don't necessarily have to wipe your stone off after every pass. I'm just doing it for the sake of this lesson, so you can kind of get in the habit of knowing you need to keep your stone clean, keep your stone oiled. Again, oil on the stone, clean the excess off your finger, always with the edge, not against the edge, obviously, so you don't cut yourself. Important note, we'll be starting in the next lesson once we get further into the stone.